It's rare that the loss of a child brings peace, but for the Bold and the Beautiful's Dr. Finn Finnegan and his wife Steffy Forrester, that's exactly where they've landed, at least for now. Following the shocking death of Finn's daughter Luna, the couple has slipped into an unusually calm, almost blissful phase. Unfortunately, in the world of soaps, happiness never lasts long, and all signs point to stormy waters ahead. While Finn was understandably shaken by Luna's tragic end, her supposed death wasn't entirely new territory for him. After all, Luna had already been presumed dead once before her unexpected return. Add in her disturbing history, kidnapping, manipulation, and terrorizing Steffy, and it's clear Finn had already begun processing the idea of losing her long before it became permanent. With Luna gone, Finn no longer feels the constant need to shield his wife and children from danger. That alone has lifted a massive burden from his shoulders. Even more surprising, his dangerously unstable birth mother, Sheila Carter, has been on her best behavior. She even put her own life on the line to save Steffy's, earning a fragile truce within the family. For Finn, this has created a rare pocket of peace, something he hasn't experienced since the day Sheila crashed his wedding and revealed she was his biological mother. And it shows. Lately, Finn has been the picture of carefree contentment, spending his days surfing, relaxing in the hot tub, and making out with his stunning CEO wife. Shirtless smiles abound. Life looks good. Too good. Because on a soap, a happy couple is practically an omen of doom. What viewers are witnessing with Sin right now is classic calm before the storm storytelling. Longtime fans can practically feel the chill creeping in as episode after episode leans into their bliss. The question isn't if something will go wrong, it's what. For starters, Sheila is clearly teetering on the edge again. Being excluded from Deacon's daughter's wedding has left her spiraling, and history tells us that never ends well. Even worse, Taylor, Steffy's mother, has formed a connection with Sheila's husband, which could easily put her in the crosshairs as Sheila's instability ramps back up. If that happens, the entire family could be thrown into chaos once again. Then there's the mysterious summer camp teacher, Miss Dillon. Something about her doesn't quite sit right, and this is Bold and Beautiful after all. She could easily morph into a Steffy stalker, or in true soap fashion, turn out to be Luna herself. Stranger twists have happened on this very show. Adding to the pressure, Thomas Forrester is set to return this week, a development that's guaranteed to stress Steffy out. Hope is expected to resist working with Thomas on Hope for the Future, pushing instead to keep her brother Deke on as the line's designer. If Hope and Deke ultimately jump ship to Katie's new fashion house, the loss of Hope for the Future could create serious workplace tension for Steffy as co-CEO, though she did cut the line not long ago. Still, Thomas has a knack for stirring chaos, and his presence alone is enough to cause a major headache. Bottom line, smooth sailing never lasts on the Bold and the Beautiful. It's a rare thing on the Bold and the Beautiful when the death of a child brings anything close to peace, but somehow, against all soap logic, Dr. John Finnegan and his wife, Steffy Forrester, have drifted into an almost unsettling stretch of happiness. Almost. Since the shocking and final demise of Finn's troubled daughter Luna, the couple known affectionately as Sin has been basking in a calm we haven't seen in years. No kidnappings, no secret agendas, no masked stalkers lurking behind the palm trees. Just sun, surf, steamy kisses, and the kind of bliss that only exists when the universe is about to pull the rug out from under you. And trust us, it will. Why Luna's death changed everything, for now. Finn's reaction to Luna's death has been surprisingly measured, and that may be because he'd already mourned her once before. Her earlier death, followed by that horrifying resurrection, forced him to grieve prematurely and then reconcile the reality that the daughter he'd longed to know was capable of unspeakable crimes. By the time Luna kidnapped and terrorized Steffy, the emotional math had changed. Protecting his wife and children became Finn's singular focus, and Luna's presence represented constant danger. Her permanent removal, tragic though it is, lifted a massive burden from his shoulders. For the first time in years, Finn isn't living in crisis mode. Even Sheila Carter, the human embodiment of chaos, has been walking the straight and narrow. She risked her life to save Steffy's, behaved herself, relatively speaking, and managed to stay out of Finn's marriage. For a man whose life imploded the moment Sheila crashed his wedding and announced she was his birth mother, this stretch of tranquility borders on miraculous, and it shows. Finn has been radiating carefree joy, shirtless, tanned, surfing, soaking in hot tubs, and reconnecting with his wife in ways that scream honeymoon phase. Steffy, meanwhile, appears relaxed, confident, and genuinely happy both at home and at work, which brings us to the problem. Soap rule number 1, happy couples never stay happy. Longtime soap fans know the warning signs. When a couple is this happy, this affectionate, and this drama-free, it's never a sign of stability. It's a countdown clock. What we're witnessing with Sin isn't the reward at the end of the story, it's the calm before the storm. In fact, seasoned viewers are probably already getting that familiar chill, the one that comes right before everything goes sideways. Because on a soak, happiness is temporary, and peace is usually just the setup for devastation. So what's about to go wrong? Plenty. Sheila Carter, ticking time bomb. Let's start with the most obvious threat, Sheila. Yes, she's been on her best behavior, yes, she saved Steffy's life, and yes, she's been trying to be normal. But this is Sheila Carter. Being excluded from Deacon's daughter's wedding has clearly rattled her, reopening old wounds of rejection and abandonment. Left out, sidelined, and once again reminded that she'll never truly belong, Sheila is teetering dangerously close to another psychological spiral. And when Sheila spirals, people get hurt. Unfortunately, Finn and Steffy may not be the immediate targets this time. Instead, the danger may shift to someone even closer to Steffy's heart, her mother, Taylor Hayes. Taylor has formed a connection with Sheila's husband, a development that feels like it was designed in a lab to provoke jealousy and paranoia. If Sheila starts feeling threatened, replaced, or pushed aside, Taylor could easily become her focus and her fixation. History tells us how that ends. The mystery of Miss Dillon. Then there's the strange case of Miss Dillon, the summer camp teacher who already feels off. Is she just an awkward newcomer, a harmless background character, or something much darker? Bold and Beautiful has never been shy about surprise reveals, and the possibility that Miss Dillon could morph into a Steffy stalker or even turn out to be Luna herself isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. After all, this is the show that perfected the art of resurrection, plastic surgery swaps, and secret identities. If Luna somehow survived again, Finn and Steffy's fragile peace would shatter instantly, and Finn's emotional recovery would be thrown into complete chaos. Enter Thomas Forrester, agent of chaos. As if home life weren't complicated enough, trouble is brewing at Forrester Creations. Thomas Forrester's imminent return is guaranteed to stir the pot, especially for Steffy. While she may support her brother professionally, his presence has a habit of detonating everything around him. Hope Logan is already expected to push back hard against working with Thomas on Hope for the future, particularly as she continues to champion her brother Deke as a designer. With Steffy backing Thomas and Zende, tensions are inevitable. And let's not forget the wild card. Katie Logan's brand new fashion house. If Hope and Deke decide to jump ship, the loss of hope for the future could create major professional headaches for Steffy, even if she'd previously claimed the line wasn't essential. Add Thomas's complicated history with Hope, and suddenly Steffy's stress levels could skyrocket. And when Steffy is stressed, it rarely stays confined to the office. Stormy seas ahead for Sin. Between Sheila's unraveling psyche, a potentially dangerous new mystery character, workplace chaos, and Thomas's return, it's clear that Sin's current bliss is living on borrowed time. Their love may be strong, but on The Bold and the Beautiful, strength only makes the fall more dramatic. So buckle up, Sin fans. The sun-soaked kisses and shirtless surfing sessions won't last forever. The storm clouds are already forming, and when they break, Finn and Steffy will once again be fighting to protect their family, their marriage, and their sanity. What do you think is coming next for Sin? Another Sheila meltdown, a shocking Luna twist, or a betrayal that hits even closer to home? Soap waters are getting rough, and this couple is heading straight into the waves.